Hi again, my crafty friends. Welcome back. We're now on part 10 of the tutorial for the journal. This is going to be my last video for today. I have to get up early in the morning to go to work, so I want to go and have some dinner, have a bath and go to bed. So what we'll do is we'll get stuck in. Now we're on decorating the next page. So we've got this, okay, which we just done. Okay, so I'm going to turn over and we're going to decorate this page. Now I've had quite a few old journal downloads from Etsy, from a number of different places, lots of them, and I found a pocket template on there which I've printed out and then drew onto card. It looks like that. Okay, now the idea is that the bottom folds up, you fold in the two sides, you have your pattern across here at the front, okay, and then you have a strange shaped card like that that slips in to the pocket like so. Okay, now these pockets are not hard to make, they're quite simple to be honest. Actually, what I will do in this video, I will show you how to make one of these. So if you wish to use it in your journal, like I'm going to do, then you can. So we're going to need a piece of paper, okay, or you want a piece of card, whatever you wish to use. You're going to need pencil and a ruler, okay. Now, starting in the middle somewhere, the back piece of this pocket, okay, is going to be 2 3/4 wide. So you mark that at the bottom there, okay. Then what we want to do, let me get my bigger ruler actually scrub that. Let's start again. I'm going to start from this edge, okay. Now the side that folds in this way is going to be 1 3/8 of an inch, okay. So I'm just going to mark that at the bottom there, and I'm going to come up here about 3 inches and I'm going to mark it there again, okay. Now I'm going to draw a line up there. I don't know how high I want it yet, so I'm just going to draw a faint line in there like so, okay. Now the middle needs to be 2 3/4 wide, okay. So I'm going to do that again there. I hope I'm going to do this right now, saying it's quite easy to make, and just draw a faint line on there. Now this side is going to be a little bit wider because you're going to need to stick it down the middle once it's folded. So you want to go to 1 2 3 4 5, 1 5/8, okay. We're going to go 1 5/8 roughly there, and draw a line on there, okay. Hopefully this is right. That's going to be a little bit wider than that side, yep. So we have sticking room. So you should have something that looks like that, just 3 lines up. Okay, then what I'm going to do, because we need a place on the bottom, I'm actually going to do 1/2 inch up on the bottom, because you need a reasonably large flap at the bottom. Okay, just mark that. And I'm going to draw a line right the way across the 3 there. Okay, I should do this in pen really, because then you'd be able to see it better, but I don't really want to be sort of marking too much. And let's have a look. So if we do the pocket 4.5, so on the 2 inside lines, I'm going to go to 4.5 inches from that bottom line that we just done, which is going to be there. Move it across to the next middle line. That's going to be 4.5 inches from that bottom line. That's going to be there. So what we're going to do is, on that 4.5 inches at the top, we're going to draw a line right the way across there, like so. Okay, so you should have something that looks like that. Hope you can see that. Okay, that's kind of okay. 3 boxes with the line across the bottom. Now you're going to cut that whole thing out. So I'm going to get my big scissors. Now, and across the top, like so. Okay, you should have that. Move that piece out of the way. Then on these lines at the bottom, on the edges here, you're going to come up, how deep is that? 1/2 inch. So we're going to come up 1/4 of an inch on the sides from where you drew your line at the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to angle these side lines into that, the 2 middle lines. Okay, I'm going to get a pen because you can't see this very well, and I think it's just going to make life a bit simpler. Let's see if this pen works. I haven't used this for a long time. So let me just mark these lines again so you can actually see properly. Okay, is that better? It's a bit better, isn't it? So you had that, okay? And then from this bottom line here, you're going to measure 1/4 of an inch up. You're going to mark it, and then from there, you're going to come down to this centre line here, okay? And draw a line. I don't know why that's like that, to be honest, but I think it just gives it a better finish. Okay, So you're going to have that on the bottom. Okay, so now what we're going to do on this bottom piece here as well, okay, we're just going to angle in like you would do if you was making the flaps for a pocket, etc. Okay, so you've got that. Now this whole piece here from that line, okay, from that line now, you're going to cut this out and across there, okay. So I'll do mine and then I will show you. Okay, so you've then got that. So you've cut them corners out. Okay, now to put your pattern across the top, if you remember when we was making the tags and things, you just use your swirly pattern. So I've got the top of the card, okay, which I used to make the swirly pattern across the top. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to very gently, because this is only on paper, you're going to very gently score them lines on your pocket. Okay, then fold them up. You don't really have to worry about that bottom one at the moment. You need to concentrate on these sides for the time being. Okay, so you're going to fold the sides in. You want the bigger flap to go underneath to begin with. Okay, so fold your sides in. You've got the bigger flap underneath. Okay, and laying that down on your desk, all I'm going to do is take that card, lay it upside down, on that pocket, move it down slightly so it comes down about an inch of the way, and then I'm going to draw around that. Okay, so you have that like so. Then take that side back, put it over so you have the larger flap over the top. Now you should be able to see your pen through the paper. Okay, so you're just going to trace that line across there. Like so. Okay, so you have both pieces marked to the centre line. And then this top piece here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down a quarter of an inch, pot mark, a quarter of an inch that side, and pot a mark there. And then line my ruler up, and from that mark that you just put on the paper to the edge of the envelope, put a straight line. like so. Okay, now opening this out, you cut down the score line on the back, across the line there that you just put in, and then you're going to cut around there, like so, and then you're going to do the same with this side. Okay, so your back bit, so you're going to have that. So the back bit is going to be slightly longer than the two sides, but then you're going to fold the large side in. Right, you're going to fold your bottom up first, fold your bigger side in, fold your smaller side across, and there you have your pocket, your envelope pocket with your design on the front, like so. Okay, so it's quite simple. And you're just going to lay that out on a thick piece of card, okay, like I did, and I used white piece of card, okay, pocket template, and that's your template for your pocket. And all you need to do is to get measure for your insert, measure how wide your pocket is. So this is 2 3/4, so you need to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 5/8, roughly 2 5/8 across, by how long was my one? That's 5 1/4 high. Okay, and then I just drew the pattern across the top, so it's the opposite way round to that. So your pocket goes in that way, the pattern, and your tag is going to go upwards. Okay, so that's going to go into your pocket like so. Okay, so I have done my pocket in black card. Again, trying to save as much of this paper as we can because there's not a lot of it here. So I'm now going to lift up my bottom flap, and I'm going to glue across the bottom of my large flap. Like so. Place that on there. Give it a good push down and wipe the excess glue off. If you're worried about it sticking on the inside, then all you need to do is get your scrap piece of paper and place it on the inside. Okay, and then it's not going to stick. Okay, then I'm going to glue along this bottom edge, and then I'm going to glue up the edge of there, and take that over, stick that down. Again, if you're worried Get a piece of card, stick it inside. Give that a really good push down there and up there. And wipe the excess glue. Like so. Okay. Piece of fluff stuck in it. There I have my pocket. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is try to layer a piece of card, pattern paper over the top of this. So I'm going to cut it down to the width I want it first. Actually, I'm going to put that to one side, just let that dry off for a minute. The paper I wanted to use to go inside this is this one. But what I'm going to do is lay it down that way. So you've got the plain side facing you. Just make sure it's up the right way. And then taking this, I'm going to line it up with the bottom edge and that side there. And taking my pencil, I'm just going to draw around that. Like so. Then I'm going to move it across, line it up again to that line, the edge of the tag that I just done, and I'm going to draw around it again. So I'm creating one next to the other. Okay, like so. So I've got two on there, okay, like that. Now I'm going to cut this out. Completely misjudged the line now. See, told you my eyes are getting bad. I think I'm just getting old. Every time I say that, the kids laugh now and they go, well, you are a nan now. Like, yes, I know. Keep reminding me, making me feel old. 42 years old and I'm a gran. My mum laughs at me as well. She said, God, that makes you feel old. She said, how do you think I feel? She said, I'm a great nan. Okay, just cut in across the top of both of these. Carefully around now, like so. Okay, so you have your two like that. Then what I'm going to do is lay it down, get my ruler, and on that centre line, you want to score it. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And just making sure that that does match up on that edge. Like so. Give that a push down now. Okay, so what you've done, really, is just created yourself a little book that goes inside your pocket. Okay, now open that out again quickly, and that line that's all the way up the centre, you're just going to rub it out. Like that. So it's nice and clean in the middle. Okay, you have that from that side, and it closes up like a book. Okay, so give that another good push down there. So, and what I'm going to do with this piece here that's left over, I'm going to cut a piece using my ruler. I'm going to measure how wide it is, but because I want it as a matting, I'm going to cut it. Oh, it's a bit of a weird one, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try 2 5/8. And if it's too big, I'm just going to take the edge off. I'll turn it over that way and cut that piece off. So 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5/8. Cut that. Don't throw that away. You can rip that piece off there, you know, throw that bit away by all means, but not the big piece. Okay, so that should fit on there, and leave a tiny edge around there. Yeah, like so. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to try. I can just see the edge. Actually, if I move this over a tiny bit, I can just see the edge here where that pattern is going to start. Now I want to come down about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to mark mine now. And I'm going to do the same on this side. I mark mine there. This may not work. This may go completely wrong. So bear with me. Taking my piece that I used to draw the pattern across the front of the pocket. I'm going to bring that down. Roughly to about there, I think. Right. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. If it's wrong, then I will have to do it again. I'm going to draw around that, like that. Okay. You can see that pencil mark on there. And I'm going to cut that out. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'll do it again. But I'll have to do it without the pattern at the bottom, which would be a shame. Just carefully cutting around that pattern that you've just drawn using your template. Okay, and like that. Fingers crossed, guys. That should fit on there. And it's wonky. I thought it might be. So that piece is long enough. So what I'm going to have to do is use that piece and then taking this Actually, I'm going to lay this against there, which might have been an idea to do in the first place, because that is the same shape as that. Mark where that lip comes across there. So then I know at the top bit of that paper is wonky. Use that end. So I'm going to go from there and there, where I just pop those marks, and try again. As I said, these things don't always go right. It is a matter of just trial and error. I wanted to mat mine instead of making it out of pattern paper. Crazy idea. I should have just made it out of a pattern paper. But there you go. If it doesn't work this time, then we may have to just make it out of pattern paper. Right. So if that is going to fit on there, like so, but those edges need to be rounded straight off to that corner, I think. If I can do it without the paper slipping, that fine little piece. That's better. So that's there. That will look fine from there. Then what I need to do is cut it where I need it across the bottom. Okay, so that looks like that's going to fit okay, hopefully. So I'm just going to take my distress tool and I'm going to ink this paper up at the edges. My fingers are black. I think it's because I've been messing around with putting new bits on this. The only reason I'm inking up this and saying to you that it might be a good idea if you are slightly off with your measurements, then it hides a lot of sins, basically. Okay, move that over there for a second. And grab my pocket again. Okay, so I'm going to glue this up now. And place it back down on here. And now, and get that good push down. Like so. Again, take off any excess glue. Okay, so there you have that. Then you have your little book that goes inside. And what I'm going to do with that quickly is I'm going to distress around the edges of that very quickly. Got this mess everywhere. I have to tidy up after each page because it just ends up such a mess. Turn it over and do the other side. Like so. Okay, so that's that. And that, fingers crossed, will hopefully slip in there nicely. There we go. So you've got that. Okay. Nice little pocket there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this page. Oh, this rubbish everywhere. Okay. Now let me see if we have a little booklet inside there. How high up the page is that going to come? Right, okay. That's fine there. So I'm going to stick this on here, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to glue, take them out. That's going to sit on there like that. But what I am going to do is I'm only going to glue around the top of the pocket, along this side edge and that bit there. So this underneath here can be used as a pocket as well. Okay, so that's the edge that's going against that side. So we need to go along there and along there. Okay, I'm just going to lay mine down. So I have a border around each edge. I can see. Give that a good push down. Like so. Again, remove any glue that you may need to. Okay. If you want to put a couple of clamps on it, then you can do so. Just give that a second to dry. Okay, so you can use it pocket that side, and we've got a pocket that side as well. Okay, then what I'm going to do is do we have another length of paper, or have we used it? I think we have used it. What I might do is going the same way that way. Right, okay. That's going to be too wide. Right, so I'm going to grab another piece of paper from out of here. The same piece that we used. And I'm going to get my trimmer. And as you can see, these have little borders on them. Sorry, my phone's going off. My partner's trying to call me. So what I'm going to do is, the border this side seems to be thicker, but I like the bottle on the one on that side. Decisions. Okay, we'll go with the one on that edge then. So I'm going to turn it round that way, and I'm just going to line the edge of that up with the groove in my trimmer. Okay, and take that off like so. Don't waste that. Put it in the reserves, and we're going to use this as a border up this edge. Okay, like so. So then you're going to need to cut that across there. Okay, and I do believe it is going to be 6 1/8. So I'm going to leave my bottle on the bottom, put that in at 6 1/8, and just snip that off across there. Move that out of the way. And then just make sure that that is right. We've got a border at the top and at the bottom, so that's going to sit in there quite nicely. Do we want it in the middle? No, we'll have it to the edge. So you're going to have from your score mark on your folder, obviously, you're going to have a border going all the way round. Now I'm taking up quite a lot of time because I actually showed you guys how to make the pocket envelope bit to go on here. So I'm going to stick this on. Like so. And I'm just going to lay that down and give that a maybe not, because now I've lost my bone folder. No, it is hiding under the paper. Let's give that a quick push down on there. Again, wipe off any glue. Okay, so you're going to have that. You're going to have your pocket on the edge there with your card in, and you've got a border up that side. Now all I'm going to do is I have a couple of small tag templates like so, tiny little tags, okay, and they will be ideal for just slipping in the side of your pocket like that. So you can make a couple of different ones like that, okay, and they will just slide in the side of your pocket like so. So I'm going to go away and do a couple of these little tags, okay, and I will probably see you tomorrow evening after I finished work. So have fun with that, guys. Have fun creating. You know, use your imagination, create something, you know, make it fun, enjoyable, and just have a play. Okay, so love to you all. Thanks for joining me again, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.